Welcome to Balanced Life, Happy Life weekly gathering, where we offer solutions to the health challenges most people experience on a regular basis. We welcome you to discover our simple and vibrant way to live a more balanced and happy life. Remember, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And along with the topic of today, which is the importance of sleep quality, we want to emphasize the importance of prevention. That's what we do as NICAN. Prevention can help us not only take care of our bodies and our health, but in the financial aspect too. As you know, we spend a lot of money on any medical condition versus prevention. For the contrary, we spend too little, about 21 US dollars per month per person, according to the Med City News, and we can do much better here. So today, we will show you what we can do about this. Through these 5 vital elements, we can target prevention: air, water, sleep, nutrition, and natural energies to help us to feel and be in harmony with nature and save money too. Nikan is continually adding new products and technology to the wellness home. Be part of this important movement and start your Nikan Wellness Home if you haven't done it yet. Today, we will feature sleep. Sleep is the best meditation, according to the Dalai Lama. Sleeping poorly increases the risk of having poor mental health. In the same way that a healthy diet and exercise can help to improve our mental health, so can sleep. And this according to the Mental Health Foundation of the UK. The importance and benefits of sleep for both mental and physical health should be highlighted in a national and a local public health campaigns, including in schools and workplaces. And this again by the Mental Health Foundation of the UK. So for this gathering, please welcome Sherri Danzig.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Sherri. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. There I am. It's like I don't see myself.
Do you see it now?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Thanks so much. I love all that you just said to set me up here for this talk. And I wrote the note: prevention is better than the cure. It's better than a cure. It's cheaper than a cure. And you are so grateful. The thing is, we don't know with prevention, we don't really know what we've prevented. May we never find out what we've prevented, from having a healthy lifestyle. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I see you pulled it up, but I want to get it here. And then, hang on a minute. Whoops. Okay. Is that good, Ruben?
Yes, looks good.
Okay, super. Okay, so welcome to the Sleep Your Way to Extraordinary Health Talk. And the emphasis here is on extraordinary, because let's face it, don't we all want extraordinary or extraordinary health when it comes right down to it? So we're going to talk about sleep and why this is such a critical part of living a balanced life and a happy life. I don't think you can live a balanced life and a healthy life if you're not sleeping, quite frankly. So let's talk about it. Why is this so important? Well, I think probably this Dr. Dement, who is one of the key researchers historically on sleep. He's not living anymore, but he's spent decades researching sleep. And I think you kind of alluded to this, Ruben, in that sleep is the number one factor that determines how long you will live. That's kind of like in your face. Hello. It's more important than diet, more important than your exercise. All those are important, and more important even than a determinant than genetics. So all those are important. Can't do anything about hereditary stuff, but here we can do so much about the quality of sleep. So how important is it? It's everything. It's truly the foundation of wellness. So what is the function of sleep? Well, we know it's about your body resting, of course, but did you know that about 90% of all of the recovery that you do, your cells rebuilding and growing and replenishing like they do, all of those things, all the healing that your body needs to do happens while you sleep. So the question is, what if you don't get enough good sleep? Then what happens? Well, here are some, my slide here says side effects, but the realness, it's not really side effects. We've gotten that cute little term from the pharmaceutical industry. They're bad effects. These are bad effects from not sleeping well. So it affects, I'm not going to read all of these, but you can look at them, but certainly it affects your cognitive impairment. It lowers that. You don't think as well. You don't make decisions as well. You can't process information. You don't have good judgment when you're not sleeping well. But, some other big things are it lowers your immune system. Not getting a good night's sleep after one night will lower your immune system by about 40% in just one night. You wake up and you're pre-diabetic when you haven't gotten enough good sleep. So we could go on and on. These are some serious things. So there are bad effects from not getting good sleep. In addition to that, it affects your performance. You're more clumsy. You have more accidents. You're more likely to trip. And the accidents gets really serious when we're talking about driving. You see these statistics here. 100,000 car accidents were caused by drowsy drivers. This is several years ago, but the statistics are not any better. The truth is, tired driving is the same as drunk driving. And I've said this before in talks that, we're so focused, well, I'm not anymore. I'm not out there partying anymore. But, when you're young and you're talking to your kids and you're saying, you want to have a designated driver, you're talking about someone who stays sober during a party. I would expand on that and say it's also about who's rested well, who's well, has slept well, should be the designated driver. And boy, that was true. There were so many people driving this past holiday with Thanksgiving. So, there were lots of accidents and you have to wonder how many of them were plain tired. So how big of a problem is sleeping or not sleeping, I should say? It's about 50% more or less of people that are either not getting enough sleep that they've reported, or they're having issues sleeping, whether it's having trouble falling asleep or having trouble staying asleep. They wake up still tired. And it's estimated that Americans overall we're sleeping 1 to 2 hours less each day than we did 50 years ago. So we haven't been valuing sleep in the same way that we once did. It's as big of a problem as over $400 billion. This is an annual prediction. It's costing Americans over $400 billion, and it's based on a loss of productivity and loss of work days, certainly accidents that get very expensive. So all of those things have this huge impact on our economy, and as well as all the other things that are much more personal. So what might be disturbing your sleep? There's a whole bunch of things here. Some of them we can control. We can't really control genetics. Some people have night shift work and maybe they're kind of stuck in that for a while. But certainly what we will be able to address at the end of this when we're talking about our solutions is physical challenges that cause serious discomfort in the body. That can disturb your sleep. Environmental issues about, how clean the air is, the kind of light that's going on, the noise. Creating a really healthy environment is a big thing, and we've got solutions for that. And stress is a huge aspect of disturbing sleep. Sometimes it's a short-term thing, sometimes it's longer term, but that certainly can have an impact on not, sleeping well, having insomnia. So just to be sure there's no questions about how much sleep you need, look at this chart, find yourself on the chart. I'm guessing everybody is probably fitting in on the last column, which adults need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, I have people when I talk about sleep that want to try to convince me or themselves that they don't really need to convince me. It's their body, but they're trying to convince themselves that they can get by with 4 or 5 hours of sleep. In fact, some people are still bragging about that, but there is no data that says that that's okay. As a matter of fact, once you get into the 6 hours or less than 6 hours, that's when we're seeing the most serious kinds of physical side effects, bad effects that happen from a lack of sleep. What are the benefits of sleeping well? Well, we feel good. We feel a lot better. We're happier. We're more energetic. We have a better mood. Our brains are functioning better. We're more creative. So we can, create projects and think of new ideas, come up with new discoveries when we're well rested, as well as good sleep improves your performance, not just physically, but of course, mentally, and also emotionally. You're much more emotionally stable when you're well rested. And anybody that has parents knows what we're talking about with kids that aren't sleeping well and how grumpy they get. So sleep is definitely something that is a cure to reduce your stress. It lowers your blood pressure. It lowers your cholesterol. It allows for truly preventative heart health. And what is not on this slide, and this is particularly important, well, to me, and I'm sure a lot of you as well, is that it's getting good sleep is also a way to lower the risk of getting dementia. That's huge. There's very strong ties of not sleeping well and having dementia or Alzheimer's. So let's talk about some tips on how to get better sleep. So I'm going to go through these rather quickly. Okay, so you want to try to go to sleep about the same time every day. Lights out, ideally between 10 and 11 o'clock. I have to admit here, I don't do that. But certainly getting to bed by midnight is not optimal, but better than later. Find your own personal amount of what you need so that you don't have sleep debt. In other words, if you're falling asleep, anytime you sit still, you've got sleep debt. So you want to make sure that you can make some adjustments. You want to make sure that it's a high priority. I mean, that you have to value sleep in order to make it a priority. You want to sleep in a dark room. So, having dark shades, making sure you don't have a lot of light, you don't have electronics in the room, that makes a difference. You want to block out sounds. Now, sometimes that's difficult if it's your partner who's making the sounds. How do you block that out? But we do have solutions for that as well. Regular exercise is great, but you don't want to be exercising vigorously about within 3 hours of going to bed. Watch what you eat and drink about 3 hours before you go to bed. Nothing really spicy or really heavy. I think a lot of these are common sense. You want to sleep in a cooler environment. As we're into winter now, you don't want to be blasting the heat. It's much more ideal to be in a cooler environment and have the right bedding that keeps your body at the right temperature. We'll get to that in just a moment. And we're going to talk a lot about number 10 here, sleep on a supportive and comfortable mattress topper. So the environment that you're sleeping on, what you're sleeping on makes a big difference. You want to have a bedtime ritual so that you can create, just like it works for children, it works for us as adults, that you start winding down and doing things that create more of a relaxation. There are different acupressure points that you can stimulate to help create more relaxation. You can use essential oils. Get the TV out of the bedroom. That's a great idea so that you're not being entertained. You're not doing work projects. So there's lots of tips there. But again, Dr. Dement has a great quote here. Literally, when you get rid of your sleep debt, when you're getting really good sleep, you become superhuman. You feel amazing. You feel extraordinary. So that's a really fabulous place to be. So self-care equals sleep. Sleep equals self-care. Okay, so we've gone through that to talk about the why, the what, the how. Let's now talk about the solutions that MeCan offers. And I'm going to stop sharing and have you, Ruben, help me out here. Next month, I'll have a slide with this because my graphic designer is going to help me with that. Okay, so let's talk about the products that MeCan offers. Everything that they do is based on science and inspired by Mother Nature. And these sleep technologies are no different. There's 3 or 4 that are kind of obvious, that are specific to sleep, and then a few additional ones that can be added to enhance your sleep. Let's talk about, there's a mattress topper, and our topper has evolved over the years. It's now something that is very portable. It fits over your mattress and literally transforms any mattress. We have pretty much every size that you can imagine, not a what's that called? California King, but every other size. But it's actually so flexible that you could even use the mattress topper that's smaller than your actual mattress and it'll still work just fine. So it's tremendous in its portability. But what it does, and the reason that's great is because once you sleep with it, if you travel, you want to take it with you. This magnetic field that is created, well, I've been a massage therapist for over 30 years. So I don't know about you, but if I could have my body massaged all the time, that would be great. And that's really what this technology does. So think passive massage all night long while you sleep. The magnets create that effect. And then there's this very high-tech, very sophisticated, all natural material that also has a little bit of a nodule that also gives you passive massage. So you're getting the massage effects in a couple of ways. So you've got this mattress topper that creates this soothing, relaxing way. And when we talked about the way that your sleep can be disturbed with discomfort in the body, the topper addresses that. With stress, the topper addresses that. With environment, the topper addresses that. And as well as the comforter. So you're laying on top of the topper and then you're cocooned over a comforter. And we have a couple of different weights of comforters. There's actually a cocoon that's more of an outdoorsy, more of a rugged kind of a version, that's almost like a sleeping bag. So we have different versions of the comforter, and there's 4 technologies in that. There's magnets in that, but the special technology, the most specific technology in the comforter has these ceramic fibers, and it's so incredible that it reflects the energy from the sun and it reflects our own body heat energy and sends it back to us. So it's not warming you on the surface. It actually balances your temperature. So you and your partner can be at the opposite ends of the spectrum of one of you's hot natured, one of you's cold natured. And under this comforter in the same environment, you're both of your body temperatures are regulated to be perfect for you. So that's an amazing feature, because when you're at the right temperature and you're not waking up because you're too hot or you're too cold, you sleep deeper. You sleep continuously. So that's huge. It also, these fibers and this technology does an amazing job to help your body relieve the discomfort that shows up in muscles and joints, from aching muscles and joints. So that's creating this wonderful environment. And then we have a pillow. We've had a new pillow now. So it's 2 different types of pillows. They're ergonomically designed. They're customizable. They have magnets in them, and they are supportive to your neck, to your spine. I love this new pillow. I can't say enough about this new pillow. So you have choices with the pillow. Then there's a sleep mask, which is not here on this picture, but imagine a sleep mask that has a little bit more substance to it than just some cotton sleep mask. It has all 3 of the technologies that relaxes your face, relaxes your eyes, blocks out all the light, It's a wonderful addition to our sleep products. And then additionally, we have, and you do see that, the air filtration system. Last week, we talked about the balanced life. We talked about healthy air. And having the air system in your room is a wonderful way to enhance your sleep. And additionally, one more thing is our grounding pad. I sleep with one of those. So all of these things are phenomenal solutions that Nikan offers. They come in a pack, or you can order them individually. And through tomorrow night, you can get any of these products individually for 10% off. Okay, so we're running out of time here. I wanted to just share a quick, my own personal testimonial. I wanted to tell you, I said I was a massage therapist, and I wanted to just simply say that for me, I was someone who was, I was a very busy person. I was running around when I was introduced to Nikan. I was in my 30s. I had 3 young kids, and I was a full-time massage therapist, but I was cramming it into part-time hours so that I could be home with my kids. So I was on the go constantly. And quite frankly, I was a mess. My back hurt. It really showed up when I stayed in bed, because staying in one position, it just would get stiff. So when I woke up every morning, I felt like an 80-year-old woman, not an 80-year-old woman that's in good health, an 80-year-old woman who's lost their health. So I was hurting, and it wasn't going away, and I didn't know what else to do. And I finally started taking a whole lot of over-the-counter medication, and I hated taking it. It was tearing up my stomach. So when I was introduced to this and I heard there was something for sleep, I jumped at it. There was no internet back then, or at least I didn't have a computer. This is 25 years ago. And I bought a mattress topper sight unseen. I'm like, I don't know what magnets will do for me, but I need to find something. The first night I woke up, I felt decidedly different, much more flexibility in my body. I was thinking it was something I made up. Maybe it was, I was very skeptical, incredibly skeptical. But by the end of the week, when I got a massage from the person that I'd been trading massage with for many years, and my massage did not hurt like crazy like it normally did, I knew that my body didn't have as much tension and discomfort in it, because it, you know, it felt better when I was getting the massage. Massages used to be very, very painful for me. And that's when I noticed a difference. And, you know, you can say the rest is history. I've helped so many people with the sleep products, because I've been so passionate about how it changed my life, and it can change yours too. So wherever you're listening to this, get with the person that invited you about this, so you can learn more about our fabulous sleep technologies. That's what I got for you tonight, Ruben. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sherri. And what is next, Sherri? We have an amazing leader, and the
Yes,
topic is going to be
water. Barb Satterwhite is a master at presenting our water technologies, so don't miss that one next Tuesday night.
yes. So well done, Sherri, and thank you. So we will see you next Tuesday in Balanced Life, Happy Life Gathering. Thank you.
Good
See you
night.
next Tuesday.